Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Friday. It is December the 9th, 2016. Gonna look at race number 9 from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections from racetracks around the world. Today's ninth race from Gulfstream is Lounge Optional Claimer. Purse $37,000. It's a state bred 3-year-olds and upwards never won a race on the claim starter, which never won two races, an optional claim price of $16,000. We have a field of 9 horses traveling the distance of ground of 1 mile on the turf course. And I show this diagram, it gives me a second to actually look down at my notes, so that's why. Plus, a lot of people don't know what the mile distance looks like at Gulfstream anyway. But the rail will be at 84 feet. That's the outer portion of the turf course. And my top pick in this one, and this is a pretty difficult race. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a $50 winner in this one. And I went to the 2 horse Whispers on the wind as a top pick. But as a long shot play, I think the 9 horse at 20 to 1 G Schnell should have a good run. So I'm gonna do a $2 exacta box 2-9. I'm gonna do a win bet each, probably on the 2 and the 9 also, because the 9 has a really good price also, 21. And I'll do a super factor here. I'll probably box 2-9 for the beginning spots for the first and second spot, and maybe I'll even do a 6-5. Maybe I'll even do a 4 horse exact box 2-9-6-5. That's my top four, 2-9-6-5. But top pick here, co-top pick number 2, Whispers on the Wind, 4-1. Eddie Castro on the 7-year-old gelding out of Flower Alley. I believe Flower Alley won the when it was called the Lane Side. Now it's called the Spiral. Now it's called something else actually. I think they call it the Horseshoe Casino Race. But I think Flower Alley won the Spiral when it was at Turfway a few years ago, about 10 years ago now. But the Swiss was on the Wind, 7-year-old gelding. Last time out, ran on October the 9th at Calder, Gulfstream Park West, 7.5 furlongs, an optional 16 claimer. His horse finished 8th by 6.5 lengths that day, and just had nothing that day. He just wasn't there. I don't know if he liked the turf course. He just wasn't himself. Start before at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th, and optional 12 claim on September the 11th. So horse finished second by 1.5 lengths that day. You know, was closing up very well from the back of the pack. Needed a little extra kick. If he would have had the extra kick, I think he would have won. And then September the 1st at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th, and optional 16 claimer. Horse finished second by 1.75 lengths. Again, closed up very well. This horse, he is a closer. He's 39-7 over this turf course at Gulfstream, so he's been around it quite a few times. He should do well here today. I think his last race was a little bit disappointing. It was on a different turf course than he likes. Since then he's been off the layoff. He should do well. This horse's last win came August the 11th at Gulfstream Park Mile in a starter allowance race for 50,000. Horse won by neck. Was far back. Wasn't as far back as he normally is. Basically, sat 2 lengths off the lead in the back stretch, got the lead in the stretch, and then took off. A very nice victory. But I really think this horse will have a good run here today, so I'm going to use this horse as a co-top pick, along with the long shot here of the 9 horse, number 9, Gay Snow, 20 to 1. This 3-year-old gelding, his first time gelding. This horse was reported as gelding on the 14th of October of 2016, but his last start came out on October the 9th, Gulfstream Park West, 7.5 furlongs, an optional 16 claimer. This horse finished 5th that day by 5 lengths. That was the same race my other horse came out of. This horse, was closing up a tiny bit, but again, he just needed the start. I don't know if he liked the turf course or anything, but he needed it, that race. Start before September 11th at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th, and optional 12 claimer. Horse finished third by 3.25 lengths behind Whispers of the on the Wind, the other horse I have. So it was just wide. It was closing up a tiny bit, but needed a little extra kick. And then claiming 30,000 Gulfstream Park, 7.5 furlongs on August 28th. Horse won by a head, closing up incredibly well. He's been up there a few times. He's 13-2 on this turf course. 2 wins, 1 second, 3 thirds. That's 6 out of 13 have come in the money. I think he should. with the first time gelding, it's very intriguing with this horse. You know, if he's fresh enough, I think he should have a good run here today. I really, for some reason, Gulfstream Park during the winter meet, first time geldings, for some reason, I would love to see a stack because when I've noticed it, they run really well. So 20 to 1, you cannot throw this horse out. So to recap my bets for race number 9 from Gulfstream Park here on this Friday afternoon, I'm going to go with the 2 horse Whispers on the Wind as a top pick. I'm also going to use the 9 horse Gay Chanel as a top pick. I'm going to put these horses into I'm going to do a 2-9, $2 exacta box here. It's going to cost you $4. I'm going to do a 2-9-6-5 super box. It's going to cost you for 10 cents, 240. I'm also going to probably do a straight super 2-9-6-5. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.